Today I'm back in North Tyneside.
Kirsty and I love nothing more than travelling the country and helping people put to bed their debate about what to do with their home. But today is actually especially exciting because I'm off to wonderful colour coats to catch up with the Drummond family.
When I first came here to meet Mark and Suze, their debate over whether to love or list their mid-terrace home seemed to be growing arms and legs.
Oh, just being kicked.
Do you miss it?
No, definitely love it.
Luckily, Kirsty and I were on hand to help kick this quandary into touch.
I think you've got your work cut out. I'll leave you to it.
Phil's pretty smug. He thinks you need to move.
Yeah. With a few changes, I think it can really be the house that we
need more
want
than a
for the
few
future.
changes.
No.
To settle this dispute once and for all, nothing short of divine intervention was going to stop us.
Are you being serious?
You are joking.
No, I'm not.
No way.
When Mark and Suze first called Kirsty and I in to help back in 2019, it seemed my sidekick was feeling rather excitable.
Oh, Phil. I am very taken with colour coats.
After suffering enough of Phil's driving, I'm at the wheel for a change.
Oh, look at that. It's a castle.
It is a castle.
Oh, God, I'm going to drive down there. Oh, look at the bridge.
This is why I normally drive. Because we actually get there.
The place we're trying to get to is the home of Suze and Mark Drummond and their 3-year-old daughter, Cora. They've been in a predicament for some time.
I'm completely fed up in having the conversation of do we stay or do we go. It's gone on for far too long.
Yeah.
And I'm quite clear that I want to stay, and I just need to convince you that that's the case.
Mark thinks it's time to move on from their lovely 4-bed mid-terrace house.
I've been swiping at properties day after day. What about this? What about this? Just like, well, that's the same as ours. That's not this. This is not that. There will be something out there.
Tough job.
Hopefully.
Tough job. We bought this house almost 10 years ago, and I fell in love with it at first sight.
Our parents are like, don't buy the first one you see. So we viewed another 15 and we came back to this one.
But with the arrival of Cora, the frequent visits of Mark's daughter Kaylee, and a new baby girl on the way, the house doesn't function as well as it once did.
Downstairs is not working for me. The big wall would just keep walking around constantly between the kitchen, the dining room. I just want to get a sledgehammer to this wall.
But Suze can only see the positives.
I love the location, the size of the rooms.
But it doesn't offer a garden, it doesn't offer a drive, downstairs space. Kirsty needs to bring out a massive wand to change the space.
Wand at the ready, eh, Kirsty?
As always, but you'll need more than a bit of magic to convince Suze to abandon her perfect coastal location.
Whenever I come home, I see the sea and I get a feeling of calm that comes over me, and I love that. And I just can't see us replicating what we've got. I think we'd have to compromise.
As much as she loves the location, Suze has a much deeper connection to this house.
In October 2014, after a long time of trying and eventually find out we were pregnant, we unfortunately lost a little boy just after a few hours when he was born. So our little Chester is very much part of this house. It would be a break in terms of the emotion in order to have to give this up and move.
But there are happy memories attached to this house too, with Cora's birth and another baby girl on the way.
Cora's team love it. She loves this house. And just being kicked.
Do you miss it?
No, definitely love it.
Now, that's what's called recruiting them early. Not to worry you, Phil, but it's girls against boys on this one, 4-2.
Time to meet them, I think.
Nice looking house.
Morning, how you doing?
I'm Phil.
Phil, Mark, come in, please meet you.
Hello.
Kirsty.
Hi, Suze. Come in.
Get out the rain.
Mark, you're wearing flip-flops. Suze, you're wearing sandals, bare arms.
And it's hosing with rain outside.
Welcome to Colour Codes.
So there's obviously a good lifestyle going on here.
Yeah.
Why would you even be thinking about moving?
So you're thinking about moving. I most definitely am not. Right. So for me, the location wins this place over, and I absolutely want to live it.
And I'm team listed.
Good man. I knew we were going to get on.
Yeah. For me, we've been here for 10 years now. As a growing family, we're filling it fast, and we don't have a garden at the rear for playing and entertaining. And obviously storage is becoming an issue as we get bigger.
How many bedrooms have you got in this house?
We've got 4.
But it sounds like you're going to run out of space downstairs rather than upstairs, aren't you?
Yes.
But it's more than bricks and mortar keeping Suze here.
I do have a real strong emotional connection to this property at the moment. Unfortunately, we did lose our son just after a few hours after he was born, so it's seen us through the worst of times.
And would you say that trauma is to some extent keeping you here?
It's not the sole reason for keeping me here, but that I think the emotion just tips it. It would be hard for me to go.
It's understandable that Suze is attached to this house, so we're more determined than ever to help them make the right decision for the future.
This room becomes a corridor.
Yes.
Albeit it's a very nice corridor.
Yeah.
And quite a big one, but I can see their problem. And actually the problem's going to get worse with the arrival of the next baby.
I mean, really, you want to just get rid of that wall, turn the table, have yourself come into the sitting room this way.
Your easy option is taking this wall out. That's the simplest, quickest, cheapest method.
I agree, but as the hallway provides a fire escape route for both the front and rear of the house, that wall can't be removed. Having set up our cameras, we can see that in the mornings the family spend nearly 60% of their time divided between the kitchen and dining room. By the end of the day, they are together more, spending 43% of the evening in the living room. But most interestingly, before Cora's bedtime, the family only spend 18% of their time together as a threesome. Whilst I have $35,000 to solve the lack of a social kitchen diner, in reality, the ceiling price of the street is only £25,000 more than the house is currently worth. So I don't want to overspend.
I think you've got your work cut out. I'll leave you to it. I'm going to have a look round upstairs.
I am a bit flummoxed, actually, because there just isn't the space. It's not about the budget. It's about the space and creating something which will add value. I'm rather jealous of Phil's search. Lovely area. Whew.
Oh, wow. They have done a beautiful job on this house. Upstairs is amazing, but downstairs has got some serious problems, and I'm not sure that Kirsty will be able to resolve them. More's the pity, eh?
I can tell your heart's bleeding for me, Phil.
Well, with a sizable listed budget of 370 grand, I should be able to show them a property that has no problems upstairs or downstairs.
But you'll also have to blow £8,500 in stamp duty, as well as over £5 grand in moving and legal costs. That's just under 14 grand better spent on creating their forever home here.
They have a beautiful house.
Here's my take on it. I think for her own self, Suze has to make one last attempt to stay here.
And you can't make it bigger.
No.
You can make it different, but you can't make it bigger.
Phil's pretty smug. He thinks you need to move and that it's like no contest.
But having said that, I love the house. But I can find you and show you houses that have much better connectivity for family life. Suze, what would you need to see?
Yeah, so 4 bedrooms, either semi or detached, good local amenities, good schools and public transport links.
Big downstairs, external storage or a garage.
Funny enough, I've just had a new idea when I was standing here. It's just come to me.
Yeah, go on.
No, I didn't need to share it with you, Phil.
Go on, tell her.
No, you get going, get on with your research, Phil.
Don't worry, Mark, we got this taped.
We've got it in the bag.
Not now. No, I've got my mojo back.
I can practically hear the cogs turning.
Well, they should definitely list. That much is clear.
Kirsty's got a great plan up her sleeve. Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, she may have a good plan, but Phil's definitely gonna find something that ticks all the boxes that we require moving forward as a larger family.
I was feeling quite chipper until you had whatever just happened in your brain.
It's very, very simple. But I'm not going to share it with you.
We need more space downstairs. This doesn't offer it. Another house will.
I'm back in the lovely coastal village of Cullercoats in North Tyneside, where in 2019, with a new baby on the way, Mark and Suze Drummond were arguing over whether to love or list their Victorian terraced home.
It offers so much, and with a few changes, I think it can really be the house that we
need more
want
than
for
a
the
few
future.
changes.
No.
Whilst the future of their home remained in the balance, Kirsty was formulating a cunning plan to convince them to stay, which was so simple, she almost missed it.
Nope. No need to overspend. This needs to be the kitchen. So it will be very much a kitchen diner with a pantry, storage in what used to be the kitchen.
Makes sense to me. I just hope Mark and Suze are on board.
I thought about all sorts of clever things. And then I came absolutely back to the simplest, cheapest, easiest solution because I genuinely believe it to be the best.
Okay.
Instead of extending and taking away from the little outdoor space they have, the courtyard needs to become a room in its own right. Then inside, I want to move the kitchen into the current dining room to create a big, sociable kitchen diner to connect all the downstairs living spaces, solving Mark's big issue with this house. To maximise this area, the old kitchen would become a utility room, so laundry and household clutter would be kept out of the way.
This does mean that you get a big sociable kitchen, which this room is.
That move of the kitchen and that bringing in of that utility space, I think that will make a massive difference to how I use the house.
Overall, that's going to make better connection. I like utility being here. And we can kind of come in with bikes and go into here, ditch stuff, and then come in and do what we need to do.
Yeah. It's about how to make someone's family life function better. That's what we do.
And that's what we want, yeah.
My plan maximises pounds, and you could have another £5,000 to play with.
Yeah. Or could buy a caravan.
With my plan.
With your plan.
Yes, yeah.
I totally understand why Kirsty's telling us not to spend the full budget. We've got to be realistic in terms of what we'll get back on the property if we did decide to sell.
But is it going to be a game changer that's going to keep us here for years? It may be a short-term thing. Or, I think we've got food for thought.
A simple plan, completely the right thing to do. And do you know what? They were more receptive to it than I thought. So, fingers crossed that I've done the right thing. Whether that helps them list it or not, I think I've done the right thing, and I think they see that.
You do your best, Kirsty. Crack on, while I get busy finding houses with all the space this growing family could possibly need.
But Suze is adamant she wants to stay by the coast, and seaside properties are going to attract quite a hefty premium. So compromises will be faced. But as of yet, I've no idea what they might agree on. So it should get interesting.
But with their new arrival just under a month away, there is one thing they do agree on.
We do need more space.
We need more living space.
We can't build up, we can't build out.
We can't.
Let's just, team list it.
To find a spacious 4-bed house with a garden within their budget of 370 grand, I've had to head away from Suze's beloved coast. By swapping sea views for rural vistas, I found a real winner, 25 miles inland in the village of Stocksfield. There are handy local shops, a train station, school, and it's a manageable commute for both of them.
So here we are, parking for several in front of your own garage.
Yes.
And a semi-detached house. Got gardens to the front, to the side, and to the back. Suze is looking worried.
No. It does look like it's got a lot of space, yeah.
Let's get in, have a look.
Come on, let's do it.
Under budget, 340 grand. It has the huge living space Suze and Mark want downstairs, with a dining sitting room, utility and a light and open kitchen diner. However, with 3 of the 4 bedrooms smaller than they have at home, I want to test how important this actually is. But first, the spacious contemporary kitchen.
Oh, God. It's very nice. I like the style of it.
It would be to my liking, style-wise.
It's on the market at $340. The owners have done half of it. So some of it's done, some of it's not done.
The living room is beautifully refurbished, but it's still a blank canvas they could make their own.
Nice big room, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it looks out over the large, mature back garden.
We're not talking a courtyard here, Suze. We're talking a proper garden.
It is, and it's an established garden, but not swayed yet. Need to see the rest.
Well, upstairs needs some updating, but space is the real compromise.
This is definitely double bed size.
I don't think.
Do you not think?
I think it'll be really tight. So the box room I could live with, but the 3rd bedroom, it's not big enough.
If she's going to move, it's clear Suze needs more space upstairs and down.
I think the biggest compromise is 1 bathroom, and then the bedroom sizes.
But we like the style.
Is there anything else that I can learn from your reactions to this?
I liked how there was the potential to do something with it. So I think, for me, what you can take away is that we're not scared of a project.
OK, leave it with me. That was a very strong property, but apparently not strong enough. So more work for Phil.
Team list it, good start, garden, extra storage. We just can't offer that in ours.
I don't think Kirsty has anything to worry about just yet.
Ah, Phil, you're not going to shake Suze's faith in Team Love It that easily. Just 5 weeks after I gave them my plan for a bigger kitchen, it seems that Mark is on board. They've embraced my ideas and started the build. So it's back to Colour Coast to check on the start of the work. Funny how the weather often seems better without Phil around.
The sun is out, and I'm here on day 1 of Suze and Mark's build. They are desperate to get that kitchen sorted out before the baby arrives. Well, that was a kitchen. They have really got cracking here.
As this room turns into a utility, the relocation of the new, bigger, sociable kitchen is underway next door.
But there is a 3rd room, and that is the garden. And if this is really going to work, there has to be an easy transition between the 3 rooms. So making the garden feel like a room is real priority. Hello.
Hello.
Well, look.
Hello.
What do you want from this space?
I want a relaxing space, so I can be sitting down at the end of the day with a glass of wine and know that the girls can be playing nearby and occupy themselves to some degree.
Straight away, I can see a fun play area by the outside tap, perfect for a mud kitchen.
Just one of those little bowls in set, so you
Yeah.
can put the plug in and splash around and play with the water.
It's like when you go camping.
Exactly.
And you wash your dishes outside. Yeah,
Exactly
sort of.
the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Grown-ups need areas in this space too. So, to make it feel more comfortable and relaxing, I plan on dressing the yard with rugs, plants and soft furnishings. This will be a great chill-out space. But there's no time to relax in the Drummond household yet, because within 2 weeks, the new kitchen installation starts, and that's not the only new arrival.
So this is Penny Rose Drummond.
We have taken a bit of time off. A couple of weeks we've given ourselves, but we're straight back into it.
Yeah. Regardless whether we're going to move or stay, we still want to do it for us.
I think it'll make us stay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes, I wouldn't be so sure, Suze, because as lovely as your house will be, it's still not going to have the space of the second house I've got lined up for you. Leaving Cora and new baby Penny with grandparents, I need to check that everyone's still up for more building work.
Would you take on a project?
I think we would take on a project. We're not scared of, getting our hands dirty or, knocking down walls and things like that.
Any other changes, things that I should be aware of?
Yes. We have purchased a caravan.
Caravan?
A caravan.
Presumably it's made listing it more likely because you need somewhere to put it.
Yes.
No, it's quite
Go
happy
the
where it is.
caravan.
No,
Yes.
no.
Go the caravan.
Well, look no further than my next house. It's just down the road in their favourite place, Colour Coats, and complete with the perfect spot for a caravan.
Pulling onto your own driveway
Yes.
in front of your big semi-detached house. I mean, it is a busy road,
Yeah.
but we're off it and we've got parking.
Yeah. And this is a
definitely.
lot safer than where we are at the minute, opening the door and being straight onto the pavement,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah.
And things only get better inside, with a large and bright living dining room, spacious kitchen, 3 generous double bedrooms and a huge family bathroom. Plus a large mature back garden and a garage. All this could be theirs for £342,000, and it's still within a 10-minute walk to the beach and Cora's primary school. Jobs are good 'un.
A lovely big bright hallway. You're not going to see many hallways like this.
I know. I'm overwhelmed.
The kitchen is a big old room.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably not your style, but it's livable.
Yeah.
Thought-provoking, Suze?
Yeah, I'm trying not to smile as much. It gives it away. You can read it on my face straight away, can't you? It is.
Well, that smile will only get bigger when she sees the rest of the house. Next door, the dining room could be knocked through to create an even bigger family kitchen.
I mean, it would be a massive, massive room if it went that way and then actually put... I mean, we've got doors on these, but put...
Block it off.
Block that up.
Yeah.
That's what you would do straight away, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's priced at $342,000.
Okay.
Okay. It would be easily snapped up for the location.
Yeah,
It's a
I
positive
think it's
nod.
got real potential.
Well, why don't you guys have a look up the bedrooms? So there's 3 doubles.
Okay.
They're all really good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But have a wander.
Okay, cool.
Will do.
Thank you very much.
Actually, Suze is looking even keener than Mark, which is a massive turn-up for the books. I'm delighted.
Upstairs, things only get better.
First thing I noticed straight away, you can see the
You can
sea.
see the sea, look.
It's a really nice space. It's a big room, this.
They're all good-sized doubles, with plenty more potential in the loft to install a 4th bedroom and even an ensuite.
You do downstairs first,
Yeah.
and then you do this when you've got more money. But if it is going to be forever, then there's no rush, because it's fine now as who we are as a family.
I couldn't agree more, Mark.
Warming up to list it. Here we go. Happy?
I don't want to say so, but yes. It surprised me, and it has got that potential for us to do some renovations and make it work for us. Yeah.
And given that you now are pretty aware of what you're going to get at home, I'd say that's a very good sign. The team list it.
Not quite. I still love our house.
I know you
absolutely
do, I know you do.
But the fact that
You
it's...
can't not. You've just got to think the future now, isn't it? You've got to think.
And that's
the next
probably what I
10,
haven't
20
been
years,
doing.
not
Yeah.
the near 3 to 5.
I can see it written on your
Oh,
face.
no,
that
you
you're
can't. I can't hide
not
anything,
wanting-
can I? No.
Just really not wanting to. It's OK. We'll move on.
Phil has done well. Yes, definitely.
He has,
This is
he
a good,
has, yeah.
It's a great location. It's on a great street. It's got potential. It ticks all of our boxes, definitely.
I'm trying not to smile right now.
But she is.
Oh, yes, she is, Kirsty. And I think Suze has practically listed it already. Back in 2019, in Colour Coats, Mark was adamant the time had come to sell up and move to a bigger family home. But Suze wasn't convinced.
One of the main reasons for buying this house is that we wanted to start a family, and we had a pretty tough ride in terms of getting there. And yeah, I have a big emotional attachment to this house.
After viewing property 2, though, the spacious semi, Suze looked very like Team Listit's newest member.
Happy?
I don't want to say so, but yes.
You're not wanting to.
Well, before you get carried away, Phil, Suze and Mark are getting stuck back into the work at home. Looks like they're enjoying making this their forever home.
Nah, what they are enjoying is all that DIY and building work. I think it's given them a taste for more renovation. So I'm taking them south of the Tyne now, to a property that is quite radical, but will really test how big a project they might be prepared to take on.
So you've never lived south of the river?
No. Never.
Ever wanted to live south of the river?
Never.
No.
We are going south of the river, and I know that wasn't part of the plan, but I have found something that's quite
I
extraordinary.
thought you'd do this,
And
you
it will.
know. Oh.
It will. It'll change everything.
But for the good or the bad?
Well,
I'm feeling
both.
nervous.
Yeah. Have you got £1.80?
No.
You need £1.80.
Tool.
You didn't bring your purse?
Yeah, I've got £2.
Okay.
For a moment. Yeah. It's a good job it's me driving, not Kirsty. She certainly wouldn't have any cash. Carry cash.
Cash.
Just like the Queen.
Well, despite all the signs telling me this is possibly a bad idea, I'm taking them to Castle Eden. This very pretty village, 45 minutes drive south and just a few miles in from the sea, is home to the next place I've lined up, which will get them thinking I'm either totally brilliant or totally balmy.
Are you being serious?
You are joking.
No, I'm not.
No way.
Yes, it's an 18th century church with planning permission, set in an acre of land, and on the market for just 100 grand.
I'm speechless.
So that is St James's Church, where worship stopped 2016. Smaller congregation, a building that needed looking after. It didn't kind of stack up. So it now has permission for a 4-bedroom home.
What?
It's grade 2 listed. It's phenomenal.
Oh, God.
But I guess first things first is I should ask you, do you have any issues with living in a church?
I'm looking at the graveyard. That's something I hadn't imagined.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why don't we go in and
Yeah.
I can show you the plans.
Yeah.
You get a sort of feeling of the place.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let me show you the way.
Currently one vast open space. Plans have been agreed to install a mezzanine floor with 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on an upper level. Downstairs, the chancel will be a kitchen with a dining room beyond. There's a utility room in the old vestry, which leaves the huge nave and side aisles for an enormous sitting room. But these guys did say they wanted much more living space.
Can I have a go? That's amazing.
Come in, do.
Absolutely amazing.
First impressions, it's
It's a church.
pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's a church. Just thinking of what we've done to ours to this, it's like a whole other level, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is available for £100,000. It will, without question, make somebody a spectacular home. Very, very difficult for anyone to put an accurate figure on what it would cost to do these plans. But we've had a couple of people look at it. They've come in at wildly different ends of the spectrum. One was 160 and one was 400. I think with your budget, you could be in here and living in here. Would you consider it? Or is it too much? Be honest.
I don't think it would be too much. I would definitely be up for the challenge. But it's whether it would have to be right, like we both wanted it.
Someone's gone very quiet.
Yeah. What is concerning for me is the fact that it will always feel like a church.
Let's have a wander.
Yeah.
Okay. It's grand. Maybe a little bit too much work to do.
Just think money would be significant and we might want to stop making a few collections.
Yeah.
Anything in there? No.
I think the offerings here are dwindling, but I reckon I can still spook Kirsty.
Send a copy of that to my friend Ms. Alsop. Dearest, you're going to need divine intervention to be me.
I think that there is a project in us, but this just feels too big. It just feels too much.
You agree completely, don't you?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Quite fun to come and have a look at that. But you've got a lot of thinking to do while you finish the work at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And enjoy Penny. And Kirsty and I will be back to ask that question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Food for thought.
A week later, in search of my holy grail of a list it, the time had come to find out what Suze and Mark's decision would be.
Absolutely beautiful day. Look at that beach. I want to live in Colour Coast.
I was just kind of reflecting on how things have changed up here.
In what way?
In the time, well, I mean, the arrival of Penny and the arrival of a caravan. By the way.
Caravan?
Much to my surprise on the house hunt, so that needed to be stored. And the family's got bigger.
But luckily, I've shown Suze and Mark some fantastic houses with all the space they'll need for the kids and the caravan. Hope you're getting ready to buy me that drink, Kirstles.
You're unbearable when you're smug.
I should be paid extra for having to go on a coffee with you.
Have to walk across the road. It's a good job we're not pushing prams and looking after small children, isn't it? We had to park all the way across the street.
Hello.
Good morning.
He's whinging about the parking.
Hi, Suze.
Come in.
Enough whinging, Phil, prepared to be wowed. Where once this family was kept apart, living with a tiny galley kitchen, separate to the rest of the downstairs, now they can all be together, cooking and eating in a stunning family-sized kitchen in the old dining room. It opens onto the living room, creating one big sociable space. Meanwhile, the old kitchen has become an incredibly useful utility room. Such a simple solution has transformed this house, and they've kept to the limit I set them of 25 grand, which means they didn't go a penny over the ceiling price of the house.
Blimey,
Oh, my word.
It does look absolutely stunning. This space feels enormous.
It's nice, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, this is fantastic. And you talked about wanting an open plan space, and you've nailed it. I mean, clearly it's not as large as some of the places that we looked at together, but it's still very nice. How has it worked just over the last few days with people moving around and being in the same room? It's delivered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really has. It works. It really, really does work.
Yeah.
So the kids have been in the living room while I've been preparing tea. Mark.
At 13 grand, the kitchen and its installation were the biggest costs. But the guys save money elsewhere, like sanding the existing floorboards. And even this fabulous statement piece, celebrating the whole family, only cost £350.
Who did that?
It's a local sign writer that we spotted some of his work in the shop window when we'd gone to register Penny's birth, didn't we? So I got in touch and said, can you do a custom piece for us?
Oh.
I'm just checking it's movable, that's all.
It is.
What happened to the old kitchen?
Shall we go?
Go on then. After you.
No.
Despite not increasing their square footage, Suze and Mark have maximised every inch of space in this house.
Understairs playroom.
Surprise.
Oh, wow.
That's very cool. It's a novel place to have a playroom, but...
That's a genius idea. You're going to set a trend with that.
By removing cupboards and decorating themselves, they've created a great den for the girls for less than 50 quid. They've also replaced the understairs storage with a brand new utility room in their former kitchen.
You've really properly thought this through.
Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah.
Can we have a look outside?
Yes.
Yeah.
See where that caravan's going to go.
Outside, the tired-looking backyard has been redesigned and decorated to create even more living space, with areas for all the family to enjoy.
It's like another room now.
Yeah, where we've got the sun trap area where we can sit and have a nice G&T as the sun goes down. But that place for the kids to play,
Yeah.
and that's what we didn't have before.
Did you make that?
I made that.
You didn't.
All pallets, yeah.
Mark. Oh my
Three
God.
all pallets, yeah.
That's great. I mean, obviously, it's taken all of the storage away for bicycles and caravans and everything else.
No. Some more storage can be built, Phil. It's just time. A lot's been going on around here.
So I think it's about coffee time and sit down, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on.
Yes, before anyone gets carried away, it's Team Listit's turn.
It's beautiful, and you've absolutely maxed out what anyone could have ever done to this house. But it does still have the issues that you started with, which were things like storage and parking, and I think the houses that we looked at resolved a lot of those. Colour codes absolutely nailed it, the second house.
Yeah, it was. It was lovely.
Nice house, lots of potential.
Yeah.
I think it was at that point I probably overcooked it. And I thought, if you were up for a project, let's see how much you were up for a project. So we went to see a church.
A characterful building with potential, but no, way too much of a project for us, yeah.
This house didn't work for you because it had a tiny kitchen. It now has one family room in which you can cook, eat and relax all together.
Yeah, see kids playing, working in this bit.
Yeah.
It's nice space.
It doesn't have a big garden, so I couldn't resolve that situation. But it definitely, for the time being, ticks every box. OK, so are you going to love it?
Or list it.
We are going to list it.
I am pleased. I'm pleased. I think it's the right decision.
Good for you.
You've set me off now.
Leaving a home that has seen them through their struggle to start a family, the loss of baby Chester, and then the joy of bringing their girls home won't be easy.
It's moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't mean you're forgetting the past. Homes are important, but it is about the family.
On reflection, I know that the memories always come with you, and it will be hard to go when we do, because I genuinely love this house, but space is the issue.
And I think for you showing us the third property has given us the inspiration to say we think you could do something on this scale.
Oh, you could do anything. I mean, the talent that you've both exhibited.
Well done, congratulations.
Well
Kirsty's off to the pub to buy me a drink. I mean, what could be better? My day's just rocking and rolling now.
I feel proud of what we've achieved, and it gives us that oomph to say, yes, we can do it again.
And then Phil has just opened our eyes to the realisation that a project isn't as scary, and bring on the next one.
But that's not the end of Mark and Suze's story, and I can't wait to catch up with them to find out what they did next. Today I'm back on the Tyne and Wear coastline to catch up with Suze and Mark, who decided to list their mid-terrace home just under a year ago.
Now, between the arrival of baby Penny and Suze's emotional attachment to the house, I've got to admit, I didn't expect to be back here quite so soon.
But yet here I am, as Suze and Mark didn't hang about. Around 3 months after their decision to list it, they had an offer accepted on this 1930s semi, and they moved in just a few weeks ago. Looking at this place, I can't help but see the resemblance with property 2, which is just a stone's throw away.
Well, it's not exactly a church, but it does have garage parking, and we're very close to the house that I showed them.
Hello.
Good morning!
Good morning.
What a lovely looking spot.
Yes.
Well, I'm dying to have a look. You haven't wasted any time.
No, definitely not. Come in.
For Mark, Suze, Cora and Penny, who lacked room to grow in their mid-terrace home, this 4-bed semi has space in spades. As well as a serious upgrade on kitchen size, Here they also have 2 reception rooms, one for the girls and one for them. Win-win. To achieve all of this, whilst staying within the area they know and love, this pair must be thrilled.
So we were together in November. You wanted to list it, and I didn't realise you were going to get straight onto it. But what happened? Did you go out house hunting? Did you put the house on the market? What happened?
They were having a little browse now and again, and this house popped up. And we thought, right, let's go have a look at it.
Okay.
And it's this that spurred us to get our house on the market.
We knew exactly what we wanted and what we wanted to do.
But it's the potential that the property has, and it covered everything that we were looking for, didn't it?
Well, I'm certainly delighted, and Kirsty will be too. The work they did on their old place attracted a fair bit of interest, and after 12 viewings and 6 offers, they sold it within the week.
Couldn't be any happier. We had
Great.
so much interest, and a lot of that is because of the work that we did with yourselves.
Well, that's awesome. That the project that you did actually weighed in and did its job.
Yeah.
Credit where it's due for Kirsty. More importantly, though, Suze and Mark are now finally on the same page. This is a proper forever family home. And once they've finished unpacking, I've no doubt they'll add the same stunning Drummond style they wowed Kirsty and I with in their last place. And this time, they're thinking bigger than just decor.
I see you've got some plans here. Mm-hmm. So you're not hanging around again, are you?
Inspired by their last renovation, Mark and Suze have some pretty serious plans for reconfiguring their new home. By losing the wall between the kitchen and lounge and extending into the garden, they plan to create a spacious kitchen, dining and living space. And borrowing some room from the original kitchen diner, they'll create a separate utility area and downstairs loo. Losing the porch and centering the front door should also help create a larger and brighter hallway. To top it all off, they'll build a nifty pergola in the garden. Not quite on the same scale as the church, but a substantial project nonetheless.
The main thing is to get that open plan kitchen dining with a separate living room. We spent all the time talking about wanting that connectedness. Now we just want some time apart as well.
Is that post-lockdown in an open plan house?
Open plan living, there was nowhere to go, so I was on a Zoom doing conference calls and stuff. And
Well, that would have been quite hard.
It was, and that's why it wasn't emotional at all to leave. And it felt like home so quickly, which is great. Couldn't ask for more.
Fantastic. I'm so pleased. You really have rocked it. You really have nailed it.
Mark and Suze have absolutely smashed it here. They've even got me giddy about their forever home. And the space upgrades only get better out the back.
Oh, it's vast.
yes, it's nice.
It's really nice. Cora and soon enough Penny will adore it.
Yeah.
Already, you see the little pots and plants and
Yeah.
things. She just wants to plant seeds and be out and play.
Daddy played.
Well, given where she was living before in the courtyard,
Yeah.
she wants to run and let off steam.
Hardly surprising, really. Compared to the courtyard in their old place, the garden here is an absolute whopper. Even after the extension is complete, it'll still be over 500% larger than what they had before. And upstairs, the space theme continues.
Their last house, they were over several different levels up on the bedroom, so it'd be quite refreshing, I imagine, just to have everyone on the same level. What a view. And there's the sea.
You'll have to take my word on this one. It's out there somewhere.
You know what? They really have nailed this with bells and whistles.
This place just gets better and better. Each of the 4 bedrooms here are bigger than in their last house.
Another bathroom, master bedroom. Everywhere I go, every room is bigger than I anticipated to be. It's lighter, it's brighter. I mean, these 2 spaces would combine really neatly to make a sensational master suite. It's great. When we were searching, what was the budget? 370, some of that?
Yeah, 370, but that would have to be everything done, walk-in and,
And what did you manage to get this for?
It was on the market for 335 and we got it for 330.
And your sale?
So we got 260 for ours in the end, which is fantastic.
Awesome. Suze, how does it make you feel? Reflect. I mean, you didn't want to leave that house. When we first met, you were going, this is it, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, forever.
It was such an emotional process, but when we made the decision that we were going to list it, it was genuine. And a lot of people got in touch on moving day saying, I know it's going to be hard, and it wasn't. I felt like a weight had been lifted, and it was so lovely just to come in here and have the space. Definitely the right decision to go.
I mean, you guys have been through a lot, but it must be so nice to go, you know what?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Nice
Yeah,
feeling,
that said it all. That big deep breath.
Yeah.
Just it feels right.
Good for you. I'm so pleased. Listen, congratulations. Really, really great to come and see you pull it off
Thank you very much.
with bells on in such a short space of time. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Well done.
I think that Kirsty and Phil massively influenced this move. If it hadn't been for them, I'd still be sitting in the old house, adamant that I wasn't going to go anywhere. And it would have been the wrong decision.
Coming here today and seeing not only this fantastic house with zero compromises, but also hearing Suze talk about how ready she was for the move and how pleased she is that they've done it. It really is a proper happy ending.